Okay, here we go. Year 9, three-dimensional shapes, part 2. Here we go. Let's have a look at these questions. The diagram shows a three-dimensional shape made with 5 1cm cubes. On the grids, draw the front elevation, side elevation and plan view of the shape. I mean, really, you've got to be able to see this, but it's understanding, first of all, it shows you where the front view is, and you've got to draw it as if you're looking at it flat. Now, I am going to do this just freehand. You should use a ruler. And when I look at the front of this, I can see that it's actually 3 squares. If I look at the front of the diagram, I personally would line those up. And then I can see on the right-hand side, I've got an extra square there. So that's what that shape would look like from that front. If I was looking at it from the side, I can see that that block is actually on the left-hand side as I look from the side. So I'm going to do it in line. So I've got something like that. And then I can see on the right, there's just one block. So the height is on the left-hand side. Now the plan view is what does it look like from the top? And if I sort of envisage what it looks like, I can see that, I can see that I've got at the back 2 squares, and then at the front 2 squares overlapping like so. So that's what that looks like. Okay, question 6. Find the volume of the prism, state the units with your answer. Right, the nice thing about this question is a prism is basically, the volume of it is the cross-sectional area. The cross-sectional area is essentially the shape that runs all the way through. In this case, it's a 6-sided shape, so it's a hexagon, so it's a hexagonal prism. So it's the volume, I call it the CSA, the cross-sectional area, times by the length, or in this case, the height, because it stood up. So as a calculation, actually pretty easy, the volume is 24.5 times by 10, which is 245. Now, it's asked me for the units here. Anytime I'm going to have a volume, it's going to be in cubes, or usually going to be in cubes. So this is in centimetre cubes. Remember that 1 centimetre cube is the same as 1 millilitre, so it could have been 245 millilitres if I was working with fluid.